What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be your review of Camp Getaway, Season 1, Episode 6. Are we on Episode 6? Yes, Episode 6. So, it's Labor Day weekend. And so, with Labor Day weekend comes that 3-day weekend. So, it's an extra day of camping, an extra night. And Claire said from the beginning, listen, I need everybody to pace themselves because it's going to be a whole lot of drinking, a whole lot of partying. And I'm going to need y'all to not give out on me halfway through. Okay? Now, Monica gets there early. Well, not early, but Monica gets there her normal time, and she decides that she going to put room assignments. She liked the way things went last week, and she going to put her own room assignments up, okay? And once again, she made sure she wasn't in the same room as Niles. Niles get there, and of course, he's happy. He don't want to be in the room with Monica. And Monica says in her confessional, and this is the thing I love. I had to write it down. Monica was like, listen, I don't know what his deal is because he is having a fight with a party of one. Like, I am not in this. I don't have no beef with you. I don't have no issues with you. And he was like, she was like, most people think that I'm a pretty nice person. I mean, in some circles, they even call me doctor. I like the way you threw that in there, Monica. Let him know who the fuck you are. Do that. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, listen. I'm probably gonna say some things that are a little insensitive in this review, and I'm sorry. But so Friday night, like I said, of course the camp is full, but the group that we're gonna be paying the most attention to is lady there with her friends. It's the 1-year anniversary of her starting her own business, and hey, and they said that they want unlimited, all you could drink, champagne and wine. They wanted adventure and they wanted to camp out. Okay. So, they planned a hike for them. I know that's Neely's cup of tea. That's Neely's cup of tea. And so that first night, I guess the theme is red, white, and blue because everybody got on red, white, and blue in some shape or form. And that particular night, I don't know what bitch pill Gavin took on his way to camp. But Gavin decided that he was just going to be a total ass and outwardly flirt with Sophia to the point where it was really uncomfortable and ridiculous for everybody involved. Now, a couple of things that stem off of Gavin's mess. Number one, Sophia, I want you to not act like you don't realize what Gavin is doing. You're not that naive. You're not that stupid. You knew exactly what Gavin was doing, and you knew that it was making Adam uncomfortable. Now, a part of me feels like you were into it and you entertained it because of the whole situation that went down with you, Randall, and Adam. And for that, I ain't even mad at you. Okay. But there's another part of me that feels like you like the attention, Monica went up to Gavin and was like, yo, so what's up with this? And, Gavin was like, oh, well, yeah, Sophia, da, 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 da. Then he was like, oh, I'm just joking. Monica was like, yeah, no, you're not. And Adam is my boy. And so I'm going to need you to kind of like, chill out a little bit. And he was like, no, really, I'm not joking. No, I'm joking. Like, no, I don't mean it. Yes, you did. And she was like, you mean to tell me that if you didn't get a chance with Sophia that you wouldn't take it? And of course he gives the, because you meant it. Period. You meant that shit. So now the guest of honor was kind of late. Tiona, guess they were coming up from New York Labor Day weekend. They probably got caught in a whole lot of traffic. Does the Hamptons go that way? Like if you're going to the Hamptons, is it the same way as if you're going towards the camp? Like I don't know, because a lot of reasons I don't know, but the main reason I don't know is because I don't live up there. I don't know. But I do know that that's like a big traffic weekend going up to the Hamptons or whatever. Now, a couple of things. Like I said, that was the Friday night. I'm sorry. I don't want to drag that out. But the biggest thing for me Friday night was Gavin. Like, I just didn't understand what that was about. So they get back, y'all know what they do. They had dinner, they partied, and then, y'all know Adam. Adam be ready to tap out at like 11:30. So he was ready to go back to the cabin, but he was even more pissed off because of the whole thing with Gavin. Like, Gavin was being a real jerk. I don't know what that was about, Gavin. I don't know what you, like I said, I don't know what pill you took, but it wasn't a good look. It wasn't cute, and I didn't appreciate it. Anyway, but the flip side of that is, Adam, I just don't have no sympathy for you. Like, what Gavin did was some shit. But I don't have no sympathy for you because of what you did to Randall and Sophia. So, I don't know. Karma's a bald-headed bitch. That's all I'm. And that night, Adam went to bed and Sophia tried to talk to him or whatever. And, he wasn't trying to have it. He wasn't trying to talk to her. He was being a real jerk about it. I ain't gonna say he was being a jerk. He was just in his feelings. And he didn't talk to her about it. And a part of me understands why he didn't have the conversation. Wrong place, wrong time. He don't want to, it's Friday night. He don't really want to mess things up for the weekend. But then a part of me was like, you need to have that conversation and let her know that you don't appreciate it, because what she needs to do is she needs to curb Gavin. Like, she needs to tell Gavin, yo, it's not cool. Like, it's not cool. But that's what she should have done anyway. If you like Adam the way you say you like Adam, and y'all talk on the weekends, and y'all text back and forth all week, and y'all were excited to see each other, then you should have curbed them on your own. Adam really shouldn't have had to tell you to do it. But they young. I don't know. But then again, I don't even think anyway, whatever. Then at some point, all of a sudden, the medics started running. They had to call the ambulance. Come to find out, somebody had passed out, honey. They had overdone it. They were drunk when they got there, and they kept on drinking. Listen, I have a low tolerance for people who don't know their alcohol threshold. I just do. And I get it that people are young, but all these people ain't young, and you've been drinking for a long time, and your body lets you know when it's done. Your body lets you know when it's time to tap out. And I have a low tolerance for people who don't listen to their body. Like, I know what my body starts doing when it's time for me to stop. Like, I am no saint, and I ain't gonna sit here and say I ain't never been drunk, but there's drunk, and then there's just getting to that point of you passing out and them having to call the medics. Like, anyway, child. So, something else happened Friday night that I wanted to make mention of before I forgot. What else happened? Maybe that was it. Oh, no. So, Sophia got her little feelings, and she was outside, and then Monica went to go talk to her, and Monica was like, and she was like, I don't understand why Adam is acting like that. He's being, he's just off and on, and da-da-da-da-da. And Monica was trying to let you know what Adam's problem was. Monica was like, without coming right out and saying, yo, it's Gavin, Monica was letting you know, well, I don't think it's a situation where he doesn't like you. I think it's that he likes you too much, and that's why he's upset, because maybe he's upset at some things that have been going on. And that's when I said, Sophia, you was playing like you didn't understand, and you were like so naive, and you didn't get why Adam was upset. Girl, stop it. You knew why Adam was upset, and if you didn't know why Adam was upset, I'm gonna need you to go buy a clue. Shit. Anyway, it's Saturday, and here we are. We have our activities for the day. They're doing they were playing, once again, they had like this cute variation of baseball. It was like medieval baseball or something. I don't know. Oh, let me pause right here. Just in case somebody is watching this, that's because I don't want to forget. Just in case somebody, listen, we are really seriously trying to plan a trip, okay? A group of us YouTubers are really seriously trying to come up to Camp Getaway for the weekend. Listen, I was looking at the website, and I was looking at the different options and all that good stuff. Listen, I am ready to come. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to it. So somebody tell somebody to tell somebody to tell me. Email me and let me know if y'all down for us coming. If y'all can, maybe set up a little something for us. Let us know what's good. Anyway, back to the review. So, Saturday, like I said, we had the pub hike, which ended up being really cute. It's basically a variation of a pub crawl. If you ever been on a pub crawl where you go from bar to bar to bar. Oh, I did know was one more thing I wanted to forget. I wanted to remember. Glenn was having a moment where he was thinking about his dad. He sang a song that he had written for his father or what have you. So, and the reason why I bring that up is because I think that's going to come into play later on. But y'all probably not going to like what I got to say about that. Anyway, so So they had that. They had the baseball game. They had the pub crawl. So that morning, Adam and Neely took Tiana and her girls for a hike, and they was about as interested in going for a hike as they were in The Man in the Moon. It sounded like they thought the hike was going to be down to the local Neiman Marcus. Okay, they did not sound like they really was all that interested in doing anything outdoorsy, and they were taking, they were taking Instagram pics, and they were posing, and they were doing this and doing that, like, and y'all know that was getting under Neely's skin, because y'all know how Neely feel about her outdoors activities. So she was not happy that they were not appreciative of her showing them the bark of the tree and what worms to eat and all that good stuff, like they could care less. And Neely was feeling some kind of way about it. Adam also was in his little bit of feelings about it, talking about you're not enjoying the camp experience and this, that, and the other. And I was like, okay, I see. Adam, you have, and again, that goes back to what I said before about those 2 weeks. I really feel like Adam was going through something. Like, I think this is the real Adam. I think this is the Adam that they hired, the Adam that Monica and David and Claire are used to dealing with. I don't know who that other dude was. I don't know what he was going through, but I'm glad to see this Adam, because he was really like, trying to encourage everybody or whatever. And so him and Sophia talked the next morning. He goes for a swim, and they seem to kind of get everything back on track without really talking about what happened with Gavin or the situation with Gavin. And for the rest of the weekend, Adam's still kind of in his feelings a little bit. He still got his good eye on Gavin, but at the same time, he's not going to let it ruin his weekend. And I can respect that. So, as the day goes on, they keep trying to engage Tiana and her girls, and they are just not here for the camp activities. I don't know. So, but I think the pub crawl might have been Sunday. I forgot we have an extra day. So later on Saturday, so they went on the hike. They came back from the hike. The party that first night was your spirit animal. So everybody had to come and have their little, dress up, have their little spirit animal stuff. And they were going to, the ladies wanted to camp out. And so Neely got a little crew together, and they set up the tents, and they set up the campfire, and they set all this stuff up, and Gavin's still flirting with with Sophia, whatever. So they had the party, and everything is cool. And once again, Randall came through. She had a wedding to go to, so she was late getting there. And David was like, listen, I want to make sure that we are extra cautious. So he had 2 staff for every 1 guest. So it was going to be 6 of them. And then Niall and Glenn were staying back at the cabin. Everybody else was coming to, was staying with the campground. And y'all know, like I know, them ladies was not a bit more sleeping in no tents overnight than the Man in the Moon. I keep saying the Man in the Moon. So they had this whole campfire and everything. Glenn and Niall came through and scared everybody half to death. And it was fun. Like, if you've ever been camping, that's all the fun stuff. They made s'mores and all of that. And so at a certain point, one of the chicks was like, yeah, this was great and all, but I really want to sleep in my own bed tonight. And they ended up going back to the cabin. And Neely was pissed. Neely was like, so basically I set all of this up for nothing. Like, we could have had a campfire back at the damn main area. Like, we had to do all of this. And I do think that was a little, but again, like Adam keeps saying, they think they at the 5-star of the seasons, honey. And then, of course, they kept looking for their wine, which I keep trying to turn this. They kept looking for their wine, which that's what they were promised. So I can't be mad at her for asking for it, because they were promised unlimited wine and champagne. Like, that's what they told they were gonna get. So, I think she just felt like that whoever's around her is supposed to just have a bottle waiting. That's probably what I would be expecting too. That night, Sophia and Adam slept together, honey, and Gavin was sitting over on the side looking crazy, but whatever. So the next day was the pub hike, and then they had their dinner. I think the dinner was people around the world dinner or something like that, and then they had the toga party that night. So the pub hike is what I was talking about. That was cute. Instead of you going from pub to pub like you would on a pub crawl, you went to different parts of the camp, and at each part you drank, they had beer and they had different things to drink. Here's where it gets ugly. Glenn is drinking, and he is drinking, and he is drinking, and he is drinking. And he is also mixing his drinks, which is worse than just drinking straight. When you are mixing beer with wine, with this, with that, like that is even worse. And that's what he's doing all day. He's just drinking. And they even give us a tally of his alcohol intake. And once again, the ladies, Miss Tiana and crew, again, are off doing their own thing. They are not so much engaged in what was going on until they got to the end of the pub crawl, where Tiana actually did do a bungee jump, which she was afraid of heights, and she actually did it. And Adam was like, see, that's what camp is about, new experiences, putting your fears aside. So she did sort of get into it or whatever. So then everybody's getting ready for the toga party, and they are dragging, they are tired, half of them are drunk, and of course they're late. And who comes busting up in the room cussing everybody out? Well, she don't really cuss nobody out, but she let them know that she wasn't happy. And Miss Claire, she said, listen, I need y'all. Like, I told y'all to pace yourselves. I told y'all to do what y'all had to do to, to keep your energy up. And I don't understand why y'all not here on time. Y'all are late. And of course, they irritated, but they know she ain't wrong because she told them that she needed them there at a certain time. So they're there. And of course, like I said, we're having dinner, and then they have the toga party, and then they have the campfire. So they end up coming off they off the clock at a certain time, but they can still party with the guests and stuff like that. So when they got off the clock, most of them went to the campfire, but Glenn and some of the other ones stayed at the main party, the toga party, and they were still dancing and stuff. Now Glenn had already, like I said, they were showing us the countdown of how much Glenn was drinking. Each time he had a drink in his hand, they were like, drink number 1, drink number 2, and they got all the way up. I think we were up to drink number 8 or 9, child. And we had already seen that he was starting to have like a mini breakdown. He's slurring his words. He got upset when he got glitter on somebody and was crying. It looked like he's about to cry and kept forgetting who he was talking to and what questions he was asking. So you saw the breakdown. So by the end of the night, Glenn is damn near naked. Like, he is in his drawers, and he is being very belligerent. He's making the guests uncomfortable. He's knocking drinks out of people's hands. And David is like, listen, get him the hell out of here. Take him back to the cabin. And the last thing we saw was David saying, I do not want to see him the rest of the night. Now, that's where we left at. I already told y'all I have a low tolerance for people who can't control their liquor. And I know what they're going to do. They're going to try to put this on him grieving his father and that he was having a bad weekend. He was remembering his dad and all of that. And I'm not going to say he wasn't, because look, far be it for me to tell anybody how to grieve or that they are or are not grieving. But what I am going to say is, I hope you done found some counseling. I hope you done got some help, because that is not a healthy way to grieve. Because that wasn't cute at all. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, honey. Drop it in them comments. Peace.